is the Big O Show. This 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 is the Big O Show. This
There's just one place to get our lowest payment on the new 2025 Acura Integra, $289 a month. It's the season of performance event at Acura of Pembroke Pines, #1 in the USA.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Miles an hour, that's a Category 4 hurricane. 3 deaths are reported in Florida after more than 24 were killed in the Caribbean. This
The lost city of Atlantis reveals its secrets at Toyota of Hollywood. Get legendary deals on over 2,000 Toyotas, like a 2024 Corolla. Not $24,000, $20,988. Unlock the wonders of 0% financing for 5 full years, 0 down. Rediscover Atlantis at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Welton Rayom has more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes. They're committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. Call them for a free consultation. 954-966-4646. At Welton Rayom, they don't get paid unless you win. Property damage claims to your home, business, or condo.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649. Or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
This is the Big O Show. 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 This is
So here we are. I wanted to show you the backyard again because we had some trouble last time, but you know, cuttersedgepro.com does some amazing stuff, and they're the boys and the girl. They're having fun. There we go. Right, Maiden? Right, Bono? There we go. They're having fun. I'm having fun. Look at our Sylvester palm. It is beautiful. We got another one in the front yard like that. You can take your home and landscaping to the next level. And the artificial turf, look at that. Look at that. The two dinosaurs going at it, huh? Look at that. Gotta love the dinosaurs. Look at them. They like to bite each other's legs. That's what they do. They play with each other and then they bite each other and they piss each other off. It's fun. One is Bono, which is the one farther away from you, and Maiden. She's the girl right here. She's a badass. That's for sure. So anyway, see the flowers are coming out. Very nice. cuttersedgepro.com, folks. This big tree there will start budding that I'm showing you there soon. It'll have all kinds of flowers. I'll post another video and I'll show it to you. This is a backyard where everybody gets to hang out. Over there in the corner there, I put the barbecue and cook. So that way it's the farthest away from the house, you know. If I light myself on fire or somebody else, we're out in the corner away from everybody. There you go. See, getting some flowers coming out, which is a beautiful thing. And I swear by this artificial turf, it always looks phenomenal. I don't have to cut it. I don't have to water it. And so I'm saving a lot of money, hundreds and thousands in the long run, because I'm not watering or, of course, cutting the grass. And you know, here in South Florida, we cut the grass like every 10 to 14 days.
Great, you have a doorbell camera. Now you have a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
They're breaking into my house!
Ooh, there goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No, not the TV!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, free doorbell camera, one that'll actually work for you.
Get out of my house!
Get out of the house! Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welt & Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welt & Rayom can help.
There's just one place to get our lowest payment on the new 2025 Acura RDX, $399 a month. It's the Season of Performance event at Acura of Pembroke Pines, #1 in the USA.
This is the Big O Show. 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 This is
I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649 or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
There's just one place to get our lowest payment on the new 2024 Acura ZDX, $299 a month. It's the Season of Performance event at Acura of Pembroke Pines, #1 in the USA.
The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
Alrighty, welcome aboard. It is Friday. We made it. Whew, it's been a long 3 weeks with the traveling and everything. I gotta say, I am feeling it now. You know, I can now sit on my phone. Now that I lost all this weight, I don't even notice it when I sit on my phone. When I was a bigger dude, it would be something that I would not want to do. Anyway, so welcome aboard. Time to have some fun on the program. We are here at Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines, and we'll be out here for a couple of hours. If you want to come on by and say hi, come on by. We'll be here, man, having a good time. We got a ZDX literally right in front of us. Literally.
We can see it very nicely.
Literally inches from us. Our table is backed up against one right here. But anyway, so we are out here having some fun. I hope you guys are doing well out there. And let's see, we got the chat board up. Oh, wait a minute. That's the wrong one. I need the right one. Where's the right one? Let's see. Here we go. Now we can pull it up. There we go. No, yeah. That was the one from yesterday. That was the one from yesterday.
Oh no, I thought I put on the wrong. I started reading the top. I'm like, wait, did I go to the wrong one?
No. We're there. All right. So where we at? By the way, where's Bitcoin right now? 88,537. I think that's what it says here. Not bad. Hanging around that 90 area. I'm loving it. All right. I know the market's not starting off well, right? I think the market's been on a slow, down 300 points. Dow is down 313. The S&P's down 63. And the NASDAQ up a quarter of a point. And by the way, congratulations to Joe Biden. I mean, it was fantastic. He accomplished something big today. Yeah, he outspent Trump. Yeah, it's official now. Trump spent $7.8 trillion in his first go around, and Biden has now passed him $8.2 trillion, baby. Yeah. So now Trump will top Biden in these next 4 years. So hey, keep printing. Love it. We crossed $36 trillion in our debt today. Oh, God. Anyway, that is some crazy stuff, but congratulations, man. I mean, accomplishments are meant to be celebrated. Yeah. NorCal says, Tyson is a beast. I can't see him losing tonight. Have a fantastic Friday, Big O. I will. You're in Lake Tahoe? Nice. Hope to see some of you in South Lake Tahoe, December 6th to 8th. Okay. All right. I don't know if I'll be there, but I'm going to have a great Friday. I'm going to be at the Better Than Ezra concert tonight. I'm going with the wife. Why? Because it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. They're fantastic live. If you have never seen that New Orleans band live, you should go. Better Than Ezra is good. Last time I saw Better Than Ezra, I was at Coney Island. I was in Coney Island, and it was the Bare Naked Ladies, Better Than Ezra, and KT Tunstall. And she's very talented, by the way. Never saw her live till that moment, and very talented woman. But Better Than Ezra, that was the first time I had ever seen them live, and they were exceptional. So I'm looking forward to it. Got some good seats with the wife for tonight. We'll be up close and personal. We'll put some videos up on X and on Blue Sky and on Threads and Instagram and everything else. So all that good stuff. By the way, what's this whole thing? Everybody's now putting out their Blue Sky account.
Everybody's jumping over to Blue Sky now from X.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
It's went up almost, I think, to 15 million subscribers in the last week and a half or so.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, I'm at Blue Sky. You can find me there, Big O Show, I believe. It's on Blue Sky. So check it out. We're there. You can find me on Blue Sky, I guess. I've been on Blue Sky from Jump. When it got out, I was on Blue Sky already. I opened Threads and Blue Sky as soon as those things open because you just never know. And I do post on there. I don't interact as much, but if you guys start interacting, and I'm going to keep it straight sports on that one over there.
I've interacted more on that than I have in 5 years on X.
Wow. Okay. All right. Good shit. Good shit. I'm going to, I got my Blue Sky account. So if you guys want to, and I post everything on Blue Sky. Every time I post on X, I post on whatever I post on X, I post on Blue Sky and on Threads also. So just in case, if you're a Threads person, if you're a Blue Sky person, I had no idea that, because all of a sudden I started seeing everybody mention their Blue Sky account, yeah. Blue Sky account, Blue Sky. Yeah. And I'm going, wow, okay. It all of a sudden started getting hot now. Okay. Well,
yeah, and I like Threads as well. It's tougher. It seems like Blue Sky's easier to interact. It's
very Twitter-like.
No, because you can get put on a starter pack, and like today, I woke up, I had 30 follows because they put me in a starter pack with one of the AEW talking groups. So then you go there, and when you open it up, it just gives you everybody that talks that subject, and you just go and you hit who you want to follow, or you can go to the profile from there. So it's a little bit easier as far as that goes, but the interaction has been a lot better. That's the only problem with Threads. Like, I like Threads, but to me, it ends up being more like what X or Twitter was, because if they don't see you're in the algorithm, you're not seen.
Right. I see.
Whereas with Blue Sky, there's different ones. There's different like for me, I put Wrestle Sky and things like that. And then so it gets linked into, some people set up like lists. So when you hit that link, it automatically goes into that. So anybody that's following that will see my post.
Oh, I see.
But there's other way. Like there's people a lot more technical than me that have set this thing up to where your post will go into theirs by hitting a certain hashtag or
cool.
if somebody mentions
I don't know how
AEW,
to do that stuff.
no, that's what they are helping a lot of people out by doing that. Because if you just mention AEW, you go into one. And then anybody else that follows AEW could follow you from there.
So then is it a hashtag and then
Dolphins? So there are hashtags.
Or what is it?
There was Big E and them. Actually, I put that in this morning. Big E and somebody else had a Dolphins one. And they're like, if you want to be added, just say, add me. So I said, add me. And I picked up 10 Dolphin fans this morning also as well. So it helps out because there's people that are smart. And I got to do a lot more reading on it. I just kind of started doing it on the trip because I was just sitting there. I was like, you know what? Let me do it on the way home.
Okay.
And then since then, it's been good.
All right. So whatever. So if you guys want, I'm over at Blue Sky also and been at Blue Sky there.
Yeah.
So
it's still doing the X, still doing it's just another platform now.
Yeah. Yes, I do believe in Ada still. Uber Beaner. I have Ada. I've watched it grow here and it's really nice pump. So yeah, I'm still involved in Cardano. I'm still involved what's it called in Hedera, which I'm huge in Hedera. Yeah, still involved. I can't talk about 26 coins that I'm involved in. You know what I'm saying? But ADA is one that I'm involved in. It's been a slow one. And I know the whole team up with Bitcoin and everything else, but I've seen this pump before from them. So I want to see if it's sustainable. Their total value locked is still not anything impressive. The business is being built on Cardano. Not impressed yet so far. So I have to, be objective also. And is this more hype pump from the Bitcoin thing? I know also the government is thinking of using certain coins, and Cardano and Hedera and a couple of others are under what's it called? Recommendations for that. So they may use one of those blockchains. I mean, this is all, it's all going to turn. And I've been trying to tell you guys this for nearly 5 years now, what's happening, that they're building our entire financial ecosystem on the blockchain, and that every business in the world will be on the blockchain. And your business, whoever you are right out there, you own a business, you will be on the blockchain. You don't know that yet, but you will be. Acura of Pembroke Pines and the Craig Zinn family will be on the blockchain. It's all going to happen. So it's only a matter of time. It's just, this is kind of where it is. But we're all trying to figure out and trying to establish which are the blockchains that are going to be the foundation of the future. And Bitcoin clearly is one. Ethereum is the other. Solana is the other. And then we're trying to find out Cardano or Avalanche or Cosmos, Sui, Say. I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. And so there's a lot of chains. And not all of them are going to make it. Why do you think I always tell you 40% in Bitcoin, 30% into Ethereum, and then 10, 10, and 10? Because, you put your money in the stuff that is definitely going to make it. And then the other stuff, it's kind of still a gamble because it's kind of foresight. You're trying to foreshadow what the hell is going to go on. And this is what we're trying to guess. Will Charles Hoskins and Cardano, since the ecosystem is completely built out now, it's supposedly a faster and cleaner Ethereum, but it hasn't proven to be that yet. But that's what Charles has bragged about. And Charles, by the way, bragged about Cardano being better than Bitcoin. And after talking shit about Bitcoin for many years, he now teams up with Bitcoin and is trying to ride their coattails. So it's a hell of a pump right now for Cardano. It's a nice pump. I'm not impressed yet. I'll get impressed when you start climbing over $1. Then I'll start getting impressed and I'll start getting excited for my Cardano bag. But we'll see. We'll see. Because when I look at the overall numbers of Cardano, it doesn't jive. It's been held up more by the community than anything else. It's been held up more by hype than anything else. There's not enough substance coming out of Cardano yet. Unlike Ethereum, unlike Solana, unlike Avalanche. Avalanche has shown me way more than Cardano has. So, it's just one of those deals. So we'll see. We'll see. But it's a good pump. There's no doubt about that. As for Tyson and Jake Paul, I saw a slap yesterday. And I know Jake Paul stepped on him and whatever. And Mike, you could tell, got pissed. You could call it staged if you want, whatever you want to call it. But you look at that flexing and he's trying to slap him as hard as possible. And I got to tell you something. That moment looked like a 58-year-old man slapping somebody half his age. And Jake Paul didn't flinch. So I don't know if this fight is rigged or not, but I think too many of you still live in the 80s and the early 90s, and you think that Mike Tyson is that same dude. He's an old man. Okay? I don't know. Listen, I'm not going to sit there at home watching. I'm going to be at the Better Than Ezra concert with the wife, okay? So I got better than Ezra things to do than, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. I'm sure by the time I get home, the fight is going to, because it's got like 8 fights in front of it, right? So it's going to go off like at midnight. So I probably will be home by that time. I mean, I wasn't going to watch the undercard anyways. I know what I would have done if I was home tonight. I would have gone to Netflix around 10:30 or 11, or check the Twitter feed and see the second. Oh, they're coming out.
The main event is on the way to the ring.
Right,
okay,
exactly. Boom, the main event. Right, and then I can switch over to Netflix. That's what I would have done. Who am I kidding here, dude? Am I going to sit here? I don't even know who's in the undercard. If there's anything I should give a shit about in the undercard, to be quite honest, because of the headliner, I haven't even paid attention to the undercard, but I do know there's like 8 fights before it. But, I got Better Than Ezra things to do. That's, I can find things in life to do that are much more entertaining. And a Better Than Ezra concert is way more entertaining than that shit. But I'm going to tell you this. Mike Tyson's not winning that fight. Mike Tyson's going to get knocked out, if anything. Mike Tyson will quit, if anything. Okay? Mike Tyson will have a health scare, if anything. Jake Paul is not going to lose that fight. That's why he picked him. He picked him because he's an old fart. He's Mike Tyson, the old fart. He might kick your ass and my ass, but Jake Paul's in shape. So you got something?
Yeah, there was a change. They knocked they were going to have the prelims on with the main card. They knocked them off. So now it's only 4 fights on the Netflix one instead of the 7.
7. Wow. Okay.
So
4.
and it looks like it's starting at 8 is the main card, I believe.
Okay. So I'll go
but
around
there
11.
is a
11, 12. So.
Women's super middleweight title fight between Shadeja Green. So she was on the undercard of Paul's last fight against Melinda Watpool. So there's a couple women's boxing matches.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah. Okay.
Looks like that's about all that's kind of up there.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, if it's on when I get home, if not, I'll watch the highlights, lowlights, whatever the hell you want to call it. Tyson loses today. He's an old fart. We all get old, bro. We all get old. I've talked about this before. We're all going to get too old to do whatever it is we love to do. You know what I'm saying? And Tyson's too old to be in a ring with a guy that's in shape. And I get it that he's fought tomato cans and all that, but the kid's in shape and he trains well and he's got some skill and he's got some power. And Tyson is 58 years old. Sorry, I'm 58. I know what it feels like to be 58. And there is no way he hangs in this fight. The kid didn't even flinch. And he slapped him hard. He would have knocked my ass out. What do you got for the fight tonight? What's your prediction? What happens?
Pain.
And? Come on.
Pain.
For who?
Look, I want Tyson to knock the shit out of him.
So do I.
Do I think it's going to happen? I don't think so. But it would be pleasantly surprising.
Okay, yeah, I understand what you want. I would love to see Tyson knock him out in the first 10 seconds, and he's out cold.
He's got to knock him out in the first round or it's
hospital.
Over. Knock him out in the first round, it's over.
Okay. So you say Tyson's losing.
I see this going like the distance, and Jake Paul gets the decision.
There's no way Tyson makes it to the distance. No fucking way.
I don't.
No
I just
way.
think they stop throwing punches halfway through, and it's going to
not
be
him, not Jake Paul.
Yeah,
Jake Paul's in shape.
He's going to tag him. He's just going to tag him. He's not going to do anything to like. That's why I think it's going to go the distance. Is Tyson's going to, if he doesn't do it early, he's going to tire out, and then it's going to be the little pepper here, a pepper there, a couple, combinations.
I think Tyson's rage won't allow him to stay that long in the ring because he may bite off his ear. So I think
he got the diamond studded earpieces. You didn't see Jake Paul?
I saw that, but those aren't. You can't wear them in the ring.
Yeah, he's wearing them. So he's fighting with them. That's what this is. It's pro wrestling. Did you see the tickets? They had 35,000 sold for the original one,
right?
And then 15,000 asked for a refund, and now they're still. They said that they expect a good walk up. But aren't they in AT&T Stadium? Or did they?
I have no idea where they're at.
Where are they at?
They went to the Cowboy Stadium.
Or am I thinking of something else? Hold on a minute. I might be combining a couple.
Oh, the Mavericks Arena.
I might be covering.
That's probably it's probably the Mavericks Arena is what you're thinking of. I have no idea where it's at. I mean, I just don't. You know what I mean? I how many? 8 2-minute. He will not make it. He will not make it. I just don't believe he's going to make it. He's too old, bro. He's too old. Too many of you live in the past, dude. Too many of you live in the past. It is the Cowboy Stadium? Oh, my God. Wow. Okay. All right. Kyle Cockrell, Coach AJ, Aquavision, One-Eyed Jack, Jamie Zoria, Uber Beaner, bought almost $1,000 more of iBit today. Good for you. Randy Gonzalez. I'd rather buy Bitcoin myself than I'd rather own the real thing. But, hey, you do you. I'm not a financial advisor, of course. Randy Gonzalez, Oscar Rojas is in Melbourne. Skylar Tipton, Alex Palenzuela, Steve Chapman, Jay Slim. Raiders logo or the whale logo? Which is the better? Why would you even insult the Raiders logo? Why would you do that? Why would you insult the Raiders logo with the whale? Come on, man. Don't do that, Jay Slim. Gus, Murphy, Dolphins definitely soft. Of course, they've been soft for 40 years. That's not breaking news. Fraud is in. Yeah, we've been soft for ages. That's right. That's right. James Vivinetti. I think it's funny that the Dolphins beat the Ravens 2 times without Elliott and lost when he was on the team. Maybe Elliott is also just honest. And he's right, by the way. They are soft. Dolphins have been a soft team forever. Forever. Randy Gonzalez says, "Oh, thank you for having Steve Calibron yesterday, giving us those picks for the weekend. You always look out for us and making us money. Thank you. Appreciate you, Randy. We try." On another topic, I can listen to Weaver talk, but McD, McD's terrible. What are you going to do? He's a terrible coach, terrible speaker. I mean, give me a break. My grandmother was tougher than Elliot. She used to smoke Pall Malls. There you go. No filters. I love it. Christian is in the house. Ocala Joe, the weather forecast for today calls for buying more Bitcoin on the dip. Yeah, and also hope the Finns take care of the Raiders. Like I was telling a friend of mine yesterday, it was at the moment Ethereum was at 3,063 or something, and it was at 3,380 something, 90 something, and I like just 5 days ago, and I showed it to him. I said, it's down. This is 9.3% right now. It's going to go back to that number and over. And he doesn't have any Ethereum. I said, this is when you buy it. So you can pick up a free 9%. Because it's going to go past that 3,400 and it's going to go to 4,000. So you're going to pick up an extra 9% because he doesn't have any Ethereum. And so he keeps asking me, hey, should I get in? I go, yeah, you should get in. It's going to climb. Take advantage. And I go, look, you got a dip right now. It's 9% dip. You're going to make an immediate 9%. That thing's going to bounce quickly to 3,400. Where's it at now? It was like at 3,069, 66 yesterday, something like that. And look, still right in that same area, 3,037, even $30 lower. So right there, that's like 9.3, 9.4%, down from where it was just 5 days ago. It's a free 9.5%. That's how you play this game. Because it's going to go, its peak was 4,400. It's going to soar past that, and it's at 3,000. So you're going to make up the 1,400 where it was about 2 years ago, year and a half ago or something, and it's going to pop right back and past that, and you got in at 3,000. That's how you take advantage of this. The dips are the ones that make you the money. Let's see. What else do we have? True Fin Fan says, Tyson is a beast. Yeah, I hate that piece of crap, Paul. However, Father Time is undefeated. As someone who boxes plenty, I can tell you that the reaction to punches all erode as you hit 30. Yeah, of course. And there's no way that I don't think Tyson wins at all, dude. So I hope I'm wrong. God, I hope I'm wrong. Aquavision is in the house. Alex Palenzuela says, time to pass Bitcoin cross 250. Thank you, Trump. Well, you're gonna have a lot to thank, bro, because they're gonna be passing all kinds of pro Bitcoin bills. They've got the House, they've got the Senate, and the presidency. So for us Bitcoiners, we couldn't ask for a better situation for us Bitcoiners. That's all I can tell you. I can't answer about anything else that's going to go on, whatever, but I do know this. Trump and Biden print a crap ton of money. Between them, they printed $16 trillion. So I know that 10 more trillion at least, maybe even 12 for Trump this time around. He's going to get to 10, maybe even 12, because he wants to do a whole bunch of other things. And that's only going to pump our bags. So prepare yourself for what's coming. And how do you prepare yourself? By not having money, by having Bitcoin. I'm not a financial advisor, but I can tell you one is going like this and one is going like that. No, I'm sorry, like that. Okay? I can only give you great advice for 5 years, even though I'm not a financial advisor. And, it's already at 90,000. I mean, I'm not even close to being wrong. So I try. You can lead a horse to water, as they say. Michael Lombardo, Big O, I missed the boat on Bitcoin. No, you didn't. Michael, it's going to 10x from here. Are you listening? By 2030, you will 10x what you have right now. What you buy right now, if you spend $100, by 2030, it'll be 1,000. If you spend 1,000, it'll be 10,000. If you spend 100,000, it'll be 1,000,000. So it's up to you, my brother. I don't know what you have. I don't know, Michael. I don't know where you invest. But if you could go find 10x somewhere else, then hey, God bless you, dude. But that's the problem. The ignorance continues. Oh, I lost out on 16. Why? Because now you couldn't make 400x or 300x. So now you're mad or something. That's not how it goes, dude. You're not out. 10x is not something you make on anything. And by the way, the dollar is losing. They print 10% every year. Your inflation is really around 6 to 7%. So whatever money you have in a money market account, it doesn't keep up with inflation. Every president on average is printing 10% a year, devaluing the dollar by 10% every year by printing 10% more, putting 10% more dollars out in the market. 10% more, 10% more, 10% more. I don't know what to tell you guys. And the Michael Lombardo comment is the same. I'm sorry, Michael. I call myself this all the time too. You got to listen really good. It's the same stupid ass comment I constantly hear. You know why? Because Michael Lombardo has no balls. He has no balls. So he sits there and says, oh, I'm too late. Oh, I can't do it. No, Papa, you have no cojones. That's what it is, dude. Because if you had cojones, the information's all there. It's skyrocketing. You have the president, the House, and the Senate, all Bitcoin friendly. They're about to pass all kinds of Bitcoin bills. They may even not tax Bitcoin. That's how ridiculous it might get. Your money sits in a bank and they charge you for it. Your Bitcoin sits in your cold wallet and you pay nothing. That alone, you're making money. Did you listen to me? Just for your money to sit in the bank, you must pay somebody to hold it for you. So you're losing money, plus it's losing value. Plus they're printing the hell out of it. Michael, my brother, ignorance is a bliss. And maybe you'll wake up because I gave you the wake-up call, dude. Estás comiendo mierda. You're eating shit. Threads are better than Blue Sky, says Skylar Tipton. J-Town, Murphy is in. Sean using Blue Sky. Never will compete with X. Who gives a shit, Murphy? Is you're an X fanboy or something? Did it hurt your feelings or something that he's using Blue Sky? Your reaction is hilarious, dude. Like, who gives a shit about social media platforms, and who takes it personal that someone is using any other platform?
First off, I'm not on any platform for affiliations because I don't have an affiliation. And second off, I go where the people that follow my content are, which is how I make money.
Right.
I don't care if you're Republican, if you're Democrat, if you're independent, if you're whatever.
Yes, so stupid.
Like I don't put my social like that's not what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
I'm creating content for sports, for wrestling, not for Republicans, not for Democrats, not for independents.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter with the affiliations.
Yeah. Murphy, you're pathetic, brother. You're fucking pathetic, dude. Seriously. You're pathetic, bro. Emilio Hernandez is in the house. What else do we have here? Ex-fanboys. Aquavision. Big O, those Acuras are really nice. Oh, man. They're phenomenal cars, dude. Are you kidding me? Acuras are awesome cars. That TSX that I had became one of my favorite cars of all time. Love that car. My wife has an RDX that she has beat the shit out of it, brother. I mean, beat the crap out of it. And it's still I don't know how it's still running. 14 years. Fernando Perez in the house. Randy Gonzalez, I hope you guys know Tyson and Paul is scripted. Yeah, I don't think it's scripted at all. I think there's some show to it. There's no doubt. But I think Tyson's not that guy that wants to go around taking a loss for fun. That's not who he is. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. I don't think Tyson's not going to be somebody's bitch just for the hell of it. That's just never been in his DNA. So I actually think that there is a little reality to this fight. And I think he does want to beat him. So we'll see. We shall see. Did some research on Jasmine, the Bitcoin of Japan. I would not call anything Bitcoin of anything. That's not great. From management down, I like its potential. Thanks for turning me on. I love it too. I love Jasmine, but nothing is Bitcoin. We should never do that. I hate when they do that with Jasmine. And I'm a Jasmine guy. I love Jasmine. Okay? I've been telling you about Jasmine for a couple of years now. I told you when it was 1/3 of a cent, and you'd be up 6x right now if you listen to me, sitting there on 6x, waiting for it to pop again back to 12 and 15 and 20x, which it's going to happen. But I hate when they do that because it's just not fair to do that, man. That's bad pub. I don't like that. Juan Mendoza says, my dad is dying to watch the Paul Tyson fight, but God, I couldn't be bothered. It's all for show and money. Yeah, there's a lot of money involved. There's no dice.
Now that's the thing, though. It's on Netflix, so it's with your subscription. It's not like you're paying extra.
No, they're not making it. No, yeah. the salary is already set.
No, yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why for me, I can stomach to watch it. Like if you're saying, would I buy a pay-per-view to watch this? Ain't no damn way. No damn way. But it being on Netflix, I already have Netflix. I'll watch it.
Yeah. The real fight is Saturday. John Jones and Stipe Miocic. Is that how it's?
Stipe.
Oh,
Miocic.
Stipe, not Stipe. Okay, Stipe. Okay. Sam the Man. Vamos Gatos. Ian, respectfully, 58-year-old Big O and 58-year-old Mike Tyson are two very different animals. You are correct. He's way more human than I am. Let's see what else. True Fin Fan says, I don't have a heart to watch Tyson fight tonight. Jake Paul has made a living lately off old men, tiny basketball players, and YouTubers. The young boxer he fought, he lost. Let's see. Yep. Tyson don't know Bitcoin. No, actually, Tyson is a Bitcoiner. Let's see what else do we have on the chat board. Frankie Fresco. I mean, Bitcoin is at 88K, so you know it's going to over 100K. Yeah, Frankie, the beauty is right now, it was at 93.3. So you're going to pick up like 5%. Like a gift. Like you don't have any, like that guy that, I'm too late for Bitcoin. Well, dude, let me tell you something. It's going to 1 million, but right now it's at 88. And it's going to go back to 93, so you're going to gain that 5%. Like, why wouldn't you want 5%? What's going to give you 5% right away? Nothing. And then it's going to shoot to 100, like Frankie says. And so if you bought it at 88 and it shoots to 100, you're up now 12%, over 12%, actually. You know, there are a few times in life that Frankie gets it. This is one of them. I think we should have a celebration. Frankie got it. Pop some champagne bottles. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Get it. Give it. Victory cigar for Frankie. Yeah. All right. Michael Lombardo says, I will buy Bitcoin. I got the yang. There you go. Swan.com makes it nice and easy. Nice and easy to buy your Bitcoin. Nice and easy. And it's free to move all your Bitcoin to your cold storage wallet. Get a Tangem wallet. Get the 3-card wallet from Tangem. That's a nice, easy card for you, Michael, so you can move your Bitcoin. Trust me, my brother, you'll be fine. I'm not a financial advisor, but ask everybody else that I told to buy at 16 and 20 and 25 and 30 and 35 and 40 and 45 and 50 and 55 and 60 and 65 and 70 and 75 and 80, and they're all doing fine. So telling you at 88, you're going to be fine. Okay? You're going to be fine. You're going to be just fine. Let's see, what else do we have? Bought under $1,000 of Bitcoin today. Studley Uberbeaner. Good for you, dude. Juan Mendoza says, listen, John Jones is the greatest fighter to ever live. Dana White. Well, Frankie's got Stipe, you said his name? Stipe got he says Stipe pulls the upset. So it's
going to be an interesting fight. Okay. They're both, I mean, John Jones has always been, one of the greatest fighters, but Stipe's been in there and he can pull the upset. I mean, I haven't followed it enough to know how, the shape of both of them. And for John Jones, it's more of a mental thing. So I don't know where his head is. I haven't followed enough to know exactly where they're at, but 5 years ago, I say John Jones. Now, Stipe definitely could pull off the upset.
All right, there you go. Maybe Stipe should maybe he should put a line of cocaine there on the mat, and then John Jones will sniff it. Oscar Rojas, he's got it. Sean Stanley is the toughest, or Orlando Big O. Alzagari is the softest in the world.
First off, put respect on the Alzagari name and spell it correctly.
That's right. And I resemble that comment.
Because I'm the toughest.
That's right.
That's why I go after you, Oscar Rojas.
That's right. Kyle Cockrell is in the house. We're all pump-a-lumping from here on out. There we go. Bitcoin, I get it right. Bitcoin and Georgia Tech. Shout out to the G Tech alums. Big O, if Frankie was a QB, what would his passer rating be? Skylar Thompson's.
Negative 2.7.
Skylar Fresco. Big O, how is it that you are always right about the Dolphins when some of your colleagues have been in the business for a while and you're still and are still wrong, hoping you are wrong about this season? Probably not. Some of my colleagues have been in the business but most of them haven't been in the business longer than I have. Dude, it has really nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. I don't know, man. I just see things for what they are, and I don't play the politics of it. We all want to love Bam to hell. And of course, dude, he's super lovable. He's a fantastic human being. He's a perfect human being. Hell of an athlete. Hell of a player. And I know your heart wants to will him to be great and all that, right? but I have to do a job. And it doesn't matter if it's Ira Winderman or anybody else that I've had this discussion with, all of you out there, right? And all, the most delusional fan base that exists on the planet is the Miami Heat fan base. And oh, no, he's a star. No, he's a super role player. He's a super role player. I even came up with a special name for him because he's not really, you can't call him a role player because he takes it to another level. So I at least gifted him an elite name to a position, but it took a while and people then realized, yeah, he's right. But for a few years now, people fought me on that whole thing with, oh yeah, no, he's full of shit now. Yeah. Oh, doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Bam is a star. He's a franchise player. No, he's not. Hockey. Am I Mr. Hockey? No. No, but I got the balls to say, no, bro, Dale Talon's got to go. Got to go. The football stuff I do is easy. The Tyreek thing. Where are everybody that was complaining, that says I was an asshole, I'm a hater, you're wrong, oh, you just kiss everybody's ass in the Dolphins and all that kind of stuff. But I'm the guy that said, don't pay Tyreek, right? I'm the guy that said, right? But they did. But no, but I'm the ass kisser. But I'm the guy that said, don't guarantee Tyreek any money. But you guys out there, a lot of you, oh, I'm a hater, I'm this and that, whatever. Bro, I've already watched it. He's giving you 2 1,700-yard seasons. He's got a lot of off-the-field issues. He's getting up to 30 years. You don't guarantee people that kind of money at that point. But you live in this world, I separate myself from that. You know what I mean? And that's really what I try to do every day on the show. I try to separate myself from the craziness of it all, the hype one way or the hype the other way. And I don't get caught up in it. Am I going to be perfect? Hell no, dude, I'm going to be wrong. Of course I'm going to be wrong. But notice, I'm going to be right a hell of a lot more than I'm going to be wrong. A hell of a lot more than I'm going to be wrong. Why? Because I don't have an agenda. I don't have to satisfy an editor. I don't have to satisfy a program director. I don't have to satisfy a team. I don't have to satisfy a league. I don't have to satisfy an agent. I don't have to satisfy an agency. I don't have any pressure from anyone. I don't have to go for clicks and views. So I don't have to be the shock jock. But I'll shock you anyways, because I'm going to say things that are going to disturb you at the moment. But then after, when you realize it, you're going to go, it was kind of common sense. He's right. Last night, I'm watching the game. What have I told you guys? So, Eagles beat the Commanders 26-18. Sean Stanley, what do you think was the difference in the game?
It couldn't have been Saquon Barkley.
No, running the ball?
No.
No, of course not. While everybody, they all get hung up on the quarterback and this young guy and that young guy and this guy and that guy. And what if I put the puzzle all together all the time with you guys? If you run, then your quarterback will be better, no matter who it is. Well, guess what happened yesterday? The Washington Redskins ran 40 times. The Commanders, for 228 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Philadelphia Eagles, 28 times for 93 yards and a touchdown. It's just, I go against, not the grain, but I go against the fake hype, media hype, fan hype, all that kind of stuff. Cam Ward recently. Now you're all coming to my side, right? But most everybody was like, oh, no, tank for Cam Ward. No, he's the number one. But he's over. Some of you idiots had him over Deion Sanders, bro. Tranquilo, papa. Easy. Pump the brakes. So that's what I do on this show. I don't try to get caught up in the hype of one way or the other. I don't get caught up in just being a fan. Okay? Am I going to be perfect? No. But notice, I'll be right a hell of a lot more than I'll be wrong. I mean, a hell of a lot more than I'll be wrong in sports. Sports. Doesn't matter which sport it is in town. It doesn't matter. The hockey guys weren't saying to fire Dale Talon. I was. The hockey guys did not say you must trade Huberdeau and go get another star. No, I said that. No one said that in town. And I'm not the hockey guy. So, that's kind of the way it goes. So that's what I do on the show. That's what I've done my entire life. Always. And it doesn't matter what it is, what I cover. I try to just stay right in the middle of it and say, okay, let me see what's going on. Let me assess it. Okay, this is my opinion. And that's it. So the Tyreek one is the latest, huh? Woo, Tyreek and Cam Ward. Those are the two latest ones that I went completely against the grain. And where are you all at now? I don't see a lot of people chime in. You were right about Cam Ward. Yeah, he's good, but he's not a top 5 pick. He's not a guy you tank for. He's got some holes in his game. I haven't heard a lot of that. I haven't seen a lot of people say, hey, you know what? Oh, you were right about Tyreek. We shouldn't have guaranteed him that money. You weren't being a hater. But that's what we try to do on the show. That's how we've always carried ourselves. What else do we have? I misspelled Big O's last name on purpose because he's soft. Exactly. That's what it is. The Republicans also have the Supreme Court. Yeah, but I'm not worried. I'm worried about Bitcoin, bro. I don't know. All the other craziness, I can't control that. I just want to take care of my family. I never said Big O thinks Cam Ward is Gino Torretta. I never said that. I just said he's not Shedeur Sanders. He's a middle first round pick to late first round, early second round. That's all I said. And I think Gino Torretta went in the 4th round. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Vikings took him in the 4th round. You don't even have to look that one up. Let's see. Big O, I've been on the Shedeur Sanders over Cam Ward train from the beginning. I'm not surprised by the lack of knowledge from most fans. I'm used to it. It's not really a lack of knowledge. Huh? 7th round? Really? Wow, I was sure he was a 4th rounder. 7th round by the Vikings. Really? Wow. I was convinced he was a 4th. No, Walsh was a 1st rounder in the supplemental draft. Yeah, Walsh was a 1st rounder. Is there? No, I don't remember another Kane quarterback going in the 4th round. No, Testaverde was a 1st rounder. No. Wow, I was convinced that was a 4th. Wow. 7th. Man. I'm almost thinking that's wrong. That's how convinced I was that he was a 4th rounder. That's crazy. No, Dorsey was like a 7th round pick. He was a late pick, I believe. Let's see. You look up Ken Dorsey. Gino was 7th. Damn, how come I thought he was 4th? What was Craig Erickson? Right, yeah. Dorsey 7th rounder, that I remember. Well, I thought I remembered Toretta being a fourth. Yeah, no, I know, but I usually remember that shit. I usually get that. I usually get that kind of crap right. So I'm a little shocked that I did not get that one right. Craig Erickson was 5th round. Yeah. Yes. What?
Maybe this is where you got the 4th round from. He was selected by the Philadelphia Eagles in the 5th round of the 91 NFL draft, and also by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the 4th round of the 92 draft.
Who?
Craig Erickson.
Craig Erickson.
Yeah, he's one of the few NFL players to be drafted twice. Bo Jackson is another.
Okay.
So.
All right. I did not know that, by the way. I don't even remember that Craig Erickson was drafted by 2 different teams in 2 different years. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's a funky stat right there. That's a fun trivia question right there.
So I don't understand.
I bet Manny Navarro doesn't even remember that Craig Erickson was drafted in 2 different rounds, 2 different years.
Let me ask you a question, because it says right here he was off-season and/or practice squad member only. So if you're only on a practice squad, you went back into the draft to get drafted again in the 90s?
I have no idea.
Because he was drafted in 92 by the Bucks. So
I don't know. Was it like, did they hold his draft position for a year or something? Did he go back to school or something? I don't know.
On his career information, it says he was drafted 1991, round 5, pick 131.
Right.
And the Eagles either off-season and/or practice squad member only. And then in 92, he was drafted in the 4th round.
Oh, he must have gone unsigned
by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
He must have gone unsigned.
So he didn't sign. You're saying he didn't sign.
He had to have. That's the only way you go back.
I'll look it up while you got.
That's the only way you go back into the draft if you remain unsigned. Wow, I did not know that. That's funky. That's actually very cool, dude. All right, let's do it. Hour number 2. We start off with the great Manny Navarro and our Caneswear. Remember, use our code BIG010. You will get 10% off. Our Caneswear Miami Hurricanes report.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
There's just one place to get our lowest payment on the new 2024 Acura ZDX, $299 a month. It's the Season of Performance event at Acura of Pembroke Pines, #1 in the USA.
The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. If you're a Miami sports fan, there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your inner Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2655 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or innermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where inner Miami and all Miami sports fans shop. Time for Canes fans to get what they want. Information, insight, and perspective. It's the Caneswear Miami Hurricanes Report with Manny Navarro, exclusively on the Big O Radio Show. Here's Big O and insider Manny Navarro.
A ride. So apparently, Craig Erickson injured his knee in the Hula Bowl in 91. So then he did not go to the Eagles and then got redrafted the following year. I didn't even remember that, dude. Did you remember that, Manny?
I did not, brother.
Craig Erickson was drafted 2 years in a row by 2 different teams. That's pretty cool.
Crazy. That's crazy. But they wouldn't do that today, right? That was just an old school.
Yeah, it must have been. It must have been, because if he gets injured in the Hula Bowl and you still own his rights and then he goes back into the draft, yeah, that's kind of odd. Yeah.
It's really weird.
It's kind of odd.
Unless they like revoke the rights and allowed, I mean, who knows what the
I don't know what the rules were then. What are you going to say, Sean?
I was to add to even more of the trivia question. Bo Jackson was the other player. Both of them were drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Wow, yeah.
How about that?
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Yep. Pretty interesting. And it's all because it's a conversation that, people were, one guy was like, dude, why is it you do this kind of stuff that you kind of get this crazy stuff right? And Cam Ward was one of them. Tank for Cam Ward. Oh, he's better than Shador. And I'm like, yo, you guys need to slow the hell down, bro. That Cam Ward ain't nothing like Shador. And if Cam Ward might be a first round, but he's middle to late first round, early second. He's not Shador Sanders. Now people are kind of seeing what's going on because they get all hyped out of the Tyreek thing. I said over and over again, do not guarantee him money. Do not guarantee him money. You have seen 2 1,700-yard seasons. The guy's 30 years old. He's got a shit ton of off-the-field issues. Don't do it. How's it looking now? Not looking good, right? But obviously, I looked like the dick a couple months ago. Oh, you're a hater. You're this. You're that. You don't like Tyreek. No, bro, it's not that I don't like Tyreek. It's just I got to be honest here. That's what I do here. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. And that's kind of where it all started. And then we started into the other quarterbacking stuff.
I gotcha.
Yeah. So talk to us about this defense, my brother, because this is as bad as it gets.
Yeah, I think, when you think about it upon reflection and you think about how the season started, right, and how good they looked against Florida and then some of the injuries that happened in that game, I think we all sort of glossed over the injuries, right? Damari Brown was a big loss. Ruben Bain was a big loss. And I think, while Ruben Bain has come back and he's starting, I certainly don't think he's 100%, right? And he was supposed to be your best defensive player at the get-go. Damari Brown was probably going to be your best cover guy. And Miami just, won games with offense and kept surviving week to week to week. But, eventually teams are going to adjust to you. And I thought Georgia Tech did a good job frustrating Cam Ward, frustrating his receivers, getting away with some stuff in the secondary in terms of holding, etc. And the defense just wasn't up to par. And it hasn't been all season. And what happened was they finally lost the game because of it, because those guys, first of all, the last few weeks for several of these players, Tyler Barron in particular, who Miami obviously paid handsomely to get out of the transfer portal, he has not produced as like he was the first 4 or 5 games of the season. And so to me, it finally came to bite them in the ass that they were surviving with Cam Ward saving them every single week, basically.
Yeah. No, it's kind of what it's been. It reminds me so much of the Marino era, where you score a whole bunch of points, but your defense allows just as many or more, and that becomes a problem every single week. So where is the light at the end of the tunnel? Because, supposedly there's some names there on defense, but is it a shortcoming from the players? Is it a shortcoming from coaching? Mix? Where do we point fingers at? Because it's embarrassing.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of both things. I think, Lance Guidry's kind of been stubborn sometimes with his play calling, sticking with man coverage, keeping guys at certain positions when you should probably move them to other positions, But part of it, again, you don't have two of the guys that were supposed to be two of your best defensive players. One of them you have in the lineup. He's not really 100%. He's not performing like the guy we saw last year. And the other one's been out the whole season. So I think, again, that's why I go back to that. Like, we kind of all forgot that because Miami just got off, they were winning games. So you forget, hey, they lost two of their best defensive players. And I think what's happened is you just haven't had other guys step up and perform at a higher level than they've been asked to do. So part of it to me is I think guys are playing hero ball. Some of them are. You see them getting out of gaps, for instance. So you go back and you study the big runs that Georgia Tech had in this game. Tyler Barron's going inside instead of setting the edge and forcing the runner back inside. He's trying to go inside himself to make the play in the backfield. So some of it is hero ball. Some of it is defensive play calling. But I think a lot of it is just this wasn't a very good defense coming into the year. And I tried to tell people that if the front seven doesn't get pressure on the quarterback and isn't disruptive in making plays, then the secondary is Swiss cheese. And that's what's happened.
Yeah, and by the way, just for this one guy out there, because he says, Big O, it's Kelly, Kozar, Testaverde, and Ward all time for Canes. Bubba, Ward doesn't come close to Dorsey and Walsh. Just so you'll know. Just so you'll know. Just because the athleticism and all that other crap, that doesn't mean shit to me. Testaverde doesn't come close to Dorsey and Walsh. Just so you'll know. Okay?
Right.
It's not for you, Manny. It's just for Aquavision, who lives in some kind of echo chamber there. I go with winners. I go with actual accuracy, possession, guys that really know how to pass the football. And in key moments, Vinny Testaverde, in his dreams, couldn't be Steve Walsh, buddy. In his dreams, couldn't be.
Just go back to that Fiesta Bowl. I mean, that's all you need to see.
Please, bro. Please don't insult my intelligence. And you, my man, you have very little Canes knowledge. Okay? Because if you leave the two most winningest quarterbacks off that list just because you're going by pure athleticism, yeah, we all know Vinny Testaverde athletically is the most gifted Cane ever, actually. Really, to be honest. That's the most gifted Cane. And he's the biggest choking Cane in the history of mankind. You can keep him if you want, buddy. I don't want anything to do with Vinny Testaverde. But let's get back. No, they got out to leave Walsh and Dorsey off. Are you kidding me, bro? Two guys that if Dorsey would have another championship if it wasn't for a concussion.
Yes. Yeah. And an knee injury to Willis McGahee.
Yeah. But I mean, he was concussed on that play, bro.
Yeah, that too. No, listen.
Has he ever really admitted it, by the way?
No, I should ask him one day. I should sit down and ask him.
Because we saw the CTE and the coaching thing destroying laptops. Okay, that's CTE right there. If I've seen it before. Anyway, let's get back to it. No, but seriously, I mean, this defensive stuff, they've got to fix it, brother.
I don't know that I don't know that they can. You know, they went all in on offense. You knew that from the team construct, what they spent their money on. They wanted pass rushers, and again, I think I'm not trying to make excuses for them, right? But everybody agreed at the end of last season who was Miami's best defensive player coming back. It was Ruben Bain, right? And you look at Ruben Bain's numbers. I think he's got 5 missed tackles and 5 pressures in his last 3 games. That's what he's accomplished.
Yeah.
You know, you were counting on him to be your big leader and basically have a bunch of other guys be supporting cast. And so to me, it starts up front of the defensive line. You don't have guys that are dominating up there. And they were paid to do so. They were basically given a big chunk of the NIL budget to do that. And so to me, the secondary stuff, I'm not upset with the guys in the secondary. I'm not. It's not, to me, I think most of those guys would be role players and not starters on a very good Miami team. I don't know which of those guys in the secondary I look at and say, I mean, OJ Frederick's a true freshman, and he's the best guy they've got.
Yeah, I like
secondary.
him. I like him. He's got a little moxie to his game, dude.
He does. He's a smart kid, went to St. Thomas Aquinas and you know, grew up in South Florida playing high-level players, you know, lining up against Jeremiah Smith and those kind of guys that are going to be NFL superstars. And so to me, he's the best they've got. And that's all you need to know. When I tell you a true freshman came in and he's their best defensive back, that tells you what the recruiting, that again, Mario has to elevate this roster in certain areas. He has already to this point. Offensive line, you can say it's, I mean, just eons ahead of what it used to be, right? In the previous 20 years. Running back, they've got real running back depth again with what he's got. You know, the receivers with Xavier Restrepo and the other guys have been solid. You upgraded a quarterback, but you still need to build on the other side of the football. And you know, I said this on my podcast this week. You look at this roster construct, you basically have a bunch of seniors that you love and then a bunch of freshmen. There's no in between. There's no like sophomore and junior development. And that's from him taking over the team and that transition year of taking the team over from Manny Diaz, guys leaving. So that's what I think they're missing on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah. Okay, but here's where I need your coaching to shine, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Here's where I need you to show me that you can, you know, overcome some stuff and and be better at not all the time, but at times. And this is, this is what I've talked about this week, that when we talk Mario Cristobal, we talk about what a great human being, what a great recruiter, how he outworks, but we never really say that Mario Cristobal is the guy that outcoaches people. Right. That is not what he's ever known for, that he's outsmarting the coach on the other side. And I kind of think that right now, this is what this coaching staff needs to be. They need to find a crafty way. Look, the late, great Tony Sperano, okay? I know I'm throwing around great, but in honor of him, being passed away, in respect to him, his team was freaking desperate for something. And they pulled the Wildcat out of their ass. Yep. And it gave them some life. And then they figured it out. But for a few weeks, it threw people off, and it gave them a couple of wins, and it kind of, triggered something. That's what coaching does at times. You've got to find something. Your defense is terrible. Brother, there's got to be some kind of an adjustment you can make to help your team out a little bit, because to take the field every time like this, and now they're figuring out, okay, if we run the ball a lot, now we're going to cut the possessions for Cam Ward in half. And all of a sudden now, Canes aren't going to be able to score that many points, and we're going to stay in the game. So you got to find a way to get the hell off the field and show some coaching here.
Well, I think part of this is running the football on the offensive side. You talk about the other team wanting to slow Miami down. You got to run the ball better than if you're Miami, and put the pressure on them, right? Don't let them have the ball for 35, 40 minutes. You keep the ball for 30, 35 minutes, and you force their offense to have to speed things up and play a little bit more uncomfortable. And so if that's the game they want to take you out of, because they can, because your defense is Swiss cheese, well, then Mario and the offense need to make an adjustment on that side of the ball. And I think, again, they're putting too much on Cam Ward's shoulders. You look at those last couple possessions, they had, I think, 3 turnovers on downs in Georgia Tech territory, where it's like, you're running 4th and 1 in particular, you're running play action. You're supposed to be a big badass offensive line with big backs. Run the ball for a yard, keep the drive going. You don't need to run play action there. So to me, take a little bit of pressure off of Cam, run the ball a little bit more, and force the other team to have to speed up and make and play with a little bit more desperation. I thought the Georgia Tech game really exposed them on the coaching side, in terms of a smart coach on the other side game planning perfectly to beat them, and them being unable to make adjustments.
I'm with you there. All right. Bye week. What are they working on this week, injury wise, all those kind of things?
Yeah, I mean, Simeon Barrow got banged up in this game. I know he came back in, but he spent a good chunk of this game with ice on his knee, and so to me, he'll be an interesting one to watch, because he's been a 10-game starter for you. You need him healthy if you're going to have any chance of slowing the other team down. And to me, I want to see if you see some young guys get some more opportunities here. They've recruited well. When you look at the snap counts for some of these young guys, because you have not been in a lot of blowouts, because you've been playing a lot of close games, these guys haven't been able to get in there and get any real playing experience. So to me, I want to see, some of these other young guys get some opportunities, particularly at linebacker. I don't think the linebacker play has been very good. Kiko Mauino has been really, really inconsistent all season long. Slipping and missing tackles, and I want to see somebody else get some opportunities, whether that's a young guy or Jalen Alderman, who I thought was a pretty good transfer pickup from Louisville. So make changes. Don't go status quo. I want to see changes against Wake Forest. And by the way, Wake Forest is 3-0 on the road this season. They're not a very good team, but they're 3-0 on the road, so they play their best football away from home. So we'll see what happens at Hard Rock a week from tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, right now it's hard to imagine that they're going to run the table and win the ACC championship game. I have a hard time believing that, the way it's being coached and the way that defense is playing right now. And on top of all of that, you're putting Cam in a really difficult position every week. Yep. Because he has to be near perfect, because every mistake he makes becomes so catastrophic, because your defense can't stop anybody, and then that just gives the other team an extra possession when it's all said and done, or an opportunity to score. And so that also puts Cam in a very uncomfortable position week in and week out.
It does. You're asking him to be the hero every single week, and again, I think you take the pressure off of him by look, you paid Damien Martinez a lot of money to come here. Run the ball more. There's no,
It sounds funny, bro. You paid him a lot of money.
It's
college football now, right?
But this is the way it's been going for decades. It's just we never talked about it, right? I mean, but the point is, use the running game to help your offense out and take pressure off. Use a little bit more play action. Don't throw it on 4th and 1. Run the football. You're supposed to be big and bad at with this offensive line. Run the damn ball.
You mean back in the day we weren't saying, you see that 300 ZX that Michael Irvin is driving? Catch the damn ball.
Exactly. They know what's up.
And by the way, he was driving a 300 ZX.
Michael, I wish these guys in the 80s and 90s would come out and just be honest about all the stuff that they really did. You remember Kelvin Harris? He was the starting center for Gino Torretta on the 91 team.
Yeah.
And Kelvin and I are pretty good friends, and I hear all the great stories of all the great stuff that these guys used to do behind the scenes, and I'm like, hey man, we need to write a book about this, man. People would love to hear these stories.
Yeah, I'm having fun with it, but literally, it was a really nice 300 ZX that he had back in the day. Everybody knew about it. It's kind of like it's back in the day. I remember Miami High was tearing ass, and they were dominating and all that. Shaky Rodriguez was the coach and all that, and Cesar Portillo was his center.
Yep,
living in his house.
Yeah, man. Back when
I believe he was Venezuelan, but he was a 6'10" Venezuelan that could play basketball, and so Shaky recruited him from Venezuela, and he had nowhere to live. So hey, live with us.
Yeah.
And like we all knew what was going on, but like nobody said anything. You know what I mean? It was just like one of those things.
You keep it up. But by the way, I just heard this the other day. I didn't even realize this. I interviewed this kid who transferred mid-season in high school. You can now play for another team. So you can play for one school one week, one school the next. So I didn't even realize. But that, can you imagine Shaky Rodriguez, God rest his soul, Shaky Rodriguez, coaching in an era where you could pick up a transfer from week to week? I mean, it's crazy, but that's the high school rules now. Before we used, everything had to be hidden. Who's moving where? This guy's illegal. This guy's not illegal.
God, all the shit I can talk about now. Holy shit! God, I know so much stuff of that. Oh my God, too much. It's too fun. Anyway, what do you got going on the Athletics so folks can check you out during this bye week?
Yeah, man. Well, I just wrote about the ACC, playoff picture and tiebreakers and that whole thing to explain it to people, because people are, well, Manny, what if they lose, or can they still get in the ACC title game? What are the tiebreakers and all that kind of stuff? That you go deep down the rabbit hole. There's college football is a mess. So these huge leagues, and then determine the SEC. LSU can actually get into the SEC title game still, and which is crazy after they just got their asses handed to them by Alabama. So the tiebreakers are nuts, and the ACC has its own set of issues with the amount of teams it has. So you can read about that there, and you can read my oddly specific picks column. No game for me this weekend, so I'm going to get to I got my daughter's soccer game tonight. She's got 2 games this weekend, one tonight, one Sunday. So I will be doing the dad thing here with travel soccer. But I will be watching Saturday and probably writing off of a game or 2.
Well, good luck to her. Hope she gets a couple victories there, my brother. And follow him on Twitter at Manny_Navarro. And what, Blue Sky?
Blue Sky. I just joined Blue Sky, so you can find me there. If you want to find me in Blue Sky, I just signed up.
Is it also Manny_Navarro, so I can follow you also?
It's actually just Manny Navarro. I think I took the underscore out. So
good for you. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm gonna follow him now. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Blue Sky and follow you now too.
Yeah, I just signed up yesterday, so I'm trying to get everybody else. I'm trying to follow everybody else who I follow on X over there as well.
Okay. All right. I will definitely follow you, my brother. There you go. I figured I'd mention Blue Sky since that's like the the hottest thing now. I got in on it a few months back, and all of a sudden now I see everybody wants to get on it and shit. So,
yes.
All right. Good stuff, Manny. Appreciate you. Have a great weekend, my brother.
All right, brother. You too.
You got it. The great Manny Navarro. There we go. I just followed him on Blue Sky. Don't forget, you can follow me to Caneswear. Use our code BIG010. You will get 10% off anything and everything with the Canes logo on it. Heat, Miami Dolphins, Inter Miami, those big chokers. You can pick up anything for those chokers. They've got a choking Messi jersey there, a choking Messi shirt there. They've got all kinds of choking stuff there for Inter Miami. They've got Marlins cheap gear because they're cheap and you can probably get a cheap price on it, all that kind of stuff. So get on down there, 2655 South University Drive in Davie, baby. It is Caneswear.com.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at Caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
All right. Thank you all out there, as always, for tuning in. Don't forget Welton Realm, a proud sponsor of our program. We love talking about Welton Realm. Jeff Welt, Daniel Realm. They know how to get it done. 954-966-4646. And, folks, we've dealt with some storms. Now it looks like we're getting to the point where the storm season's almost done. We got one more out there. We don't know if it's going to hit us or not. But protect yourself. Always have this number ready just in case anything happens to you. Condo damage, business owner claims, commercial litigation, personal injury, bankruptcy. So many people are digging in to their savings and their 401ks like never before. Our credit card debt is going through the roof. If you're having those financial issues, it can happen to me. It can happen to you. It can happen to anybody. None of us are above it, okay? I know I suck at balancing my money, so it could certainly happen to me. 954-966-4646. Please call Jeff Welt and Daniel Realm. The consultation's completely free. So if something happened to you, you don't know if the statute of limitations are done or not, call them and ask them. Daniel Realm will explain it to you. Jeff Welt will explain it to you. 954-966-4646. Okay. Aquavision. My brother, you are too young. You don't know the history of the Canes clearly. Okay? He goes, what Dorsey and Walsh had around them compared to this team is nowhere near, so stop it. And it's like he put Testaverde, who had the best Canes team ever around him, and he threw 5 interceptions against Penn State. And he had a great Canes team around him in the Sugar Bowl against Tennessee the year before and threw 4 interceptions. In the 2 biggest games of his life, he threw 9 interceptions. So, my brother, give up on it. You're wrong. Everybody else will tell you you're wrong. That has Canes history. So if you want to keep going down the ignorant path, it's not going to end well for you. All right? Just take the loss, my brother. Take the loss. Because nobody would take Testaverde over Walsh or Dorsey. Anyone with a brain and balls would take those guys over Vinny Testaverde. Vinny is a disgusting choker. Okay? Nice guy and all that good stuff, super athlete and all that, but I don't know if I know a bigger choker in life than Vinny Testaverde. Okay? That is one special ass choker. Man, he is special. He is an expert at choking. It's impressive. By the way, Cardano's up 20% to 66 cents. Not bad. Not bad. I like it. Hedera is up 11.5% to 7 cents. Bitcoin is up nearly 2% to 89,742. Trying to make its way back to 90,000. I like it. I like it. I like it. What else? Anything else going on that's kind of hot in the Caspa? Kyle up nearly 5%. Let's see. Sidis is up 7%. Senate is up 10.5%. Block V is up 8%. Cock in you, the meme coin, is up 8%. Aether is up 8%. Pith Network is up 4%. Aptos is up 2%. Those are some of the movable ones. Immutable X up 4%. So we got some movement going on in the crypto market. There we go. Not bad. Do they have an Argentina Messi choking shirt? I don't know about. I listen. None of that stuff means anything to me, Frankie. If you can't win the MLS, I don't care about the Premiership or Argentina's league or the Spanish Primera or the Bundesliga or the UEFA Champions. Eso mierda. It's crap. It's garbage. You got to be able to win the MLS, bro. A real league. Come on. Messi can't even win in a real league. Pele won the NASL 5 times. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5. 5 times Pele won the NASL. And Messi can't even win the MLS once. Just once. Can we find a way to finally make it right? Make the magic last for more than just one round. I know we could get through it if you could just score through it just once. Little James Ingram for you there. Big O, do you think Deion Sanders could leave Colorado to Florida State if they wanted him? Could he? Yes. Will he? No. I saw him talking about the recruiting class and how see, the thing is, do you follow the program? Do you follow Deion Sanders? Do you follow his press conferences? Like I take the time. And if you listen to the man, see, that's the problem. We have a lot of people that talk and then don't listen. I'm going to run something by Sean now that he has no idea what I'm running by him. Like always, that's how this show is all done on the fly. Deion Sanders, was he a liar at Florida State? Was he a liar? No. Okay, was he a liar for the Redskins, the Ravens, the Niners, the Cowboys? Do you know Deion Sanders to be a liar?
No.
Jackson State. What do you know Deion Sanders to be a liar?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm asking all of you out there, what lies did we ever catch Deion Sanders in? What lies are there? Is there a track record, please? Something. There's none. Everything he says, he does. Everything. That's how he's been since he was a kid. It's brash, it's bold, it's ballsy, it's gutsy. It's who he is. But he's always been brutally honest about anything and everything, and he does not lie. He's not a politician. He doesn't tell you, "Oh, I'm not going to be the Alabama coach," and then he goes to be the Alabama coach. He doesn't do that, dude. He never told you he was staying at Jackson State forever. He even mentioned many times while he was at Jackson State that the money needed to improve because his coaches needed to live. He mentioned it. Do you watch it? Do you listen to the man? I do. But do you? Since you're asking me, do you follow him? Because I just watched a press conference 2 days ago where he was talking about how He loves how his defense is growing up and how physical they are and how he has the next two classes lined up already and how excited he is about the classes and the players that he's got coming. You don't talk like that and mislead parents and guide and people for 2 years ahead of time that you're establishing these relationships. And he is establishing a culture in Colorado that people are just gravitating to and going. He is not going to go to Florida State. Could he go anywhere he wants? Yes. He could go to the pros. He could go to Florida State. He could go to any other school. I truly believe he wants to stay at Colorado and build Colorado up to be a monster. And when he's done with that, then maybe he will take on another challenge of another school, maybe. I don't see Deion Sanders as a pro guy, but maybe he could go to Florida State after he's done with Colorado. But I kind of feel the way I see it, he is developing a culture there. Man, he starts off his press conference with, "My Lord, did you see that today? How doesn't anybody want to be in Boulder?" And so, one of the things I talk about on this show is that I literally watch everything and read and all that. And that's why I'm pretty well versed in almost everything. And I could kind of flow into anything and everything all the time. And why I've been a staunch believer in Deion Sanders. Like, where are all, man, you remember at the beginning of the season how many people predicted that Deion Sanders would be a disaster and he was going to lose and all that? Bro, the guy's got a chance to win the Big 12. This was from yesterday's show, okay? Deion facts. Defense leads the Big 12 in sacks. They have 4 straight road wins by 14 points or more. Colorado is 7-2, 5-1 in the Big 12. They just defeated Texas Tech 41-27, and they've got Utah noon at Fox. Number 17, Colorado, favored by 11.5. Over and under is 46.5. This is a story I didn't get to yesterday that I wanted to talk about. Now that you brought it up, and things like, where are all the Deion haters? Because he's 7-2. He took over a program that won 1 game. He won 4 in its first year, 4 times. He 4x'd it on his first year. His second year, he 7x'd it so far with a few games left to go in his second year. And like he was saying in his press conference just the other day that I was listening to, he goes, we've only been here a year and a half. We got here like in late December, early January. Our backs were against the wall for recruiting already at that point. So last year's recruiting cycle wasn't really a full one like this one was. And he's bragging about the 2 classes that he's got coming in. You guys can believe whatever you want. Here's what I'm going to believe. I'm going to believe Deion Sanders until Deion Sanders lies to me on a consistent basis. And I'm going to stop believing Deion Sanders when he starts failing, because the only thing I know about Deion Sanders is success. The only thing I know about Deion Sanders is he's a winner. The only thing I know about Deion Sanders is anything he's a part of, he elevates. I don't care if it's the Falcons. I don't care if it's the Niners. I don't care if it's the Seminoles. I don't care if it's the Cowboys. I don't care if it's Jackson State. I don't care if it's Colorado. I don't care what the hell it is, dude. Whatever he puts his mind to, it elevates. It's amazing. And you want to keep hating, you want to keep doubting, and you want to try to call him a liar, you go ahead. I'm going to go with the man's impeccable track record. That's what I'm going to go. And guess what? It's helped me to be right over and over and over and over and over and over again, because it's super easy. All I got to do is bet on Deion. That's all. Wesley Snipes in Passenger 57 said, always bet on black. So I just say, always bet on Deion. That's all. And that's the way I'll go about it. So that's how I'm going to go with Deion. I'm going to believe Deion Sanders until Deion Sanders starts lying to me. Something he's not known for whatsoever in his life. He's just brutally honest, and I love that too as a coach. God, I love how he handles his press conferences. So, let's see. Big O, what else do we have here? Good morning from Captain Saki in Tarpon Springs. Let's see. Ray says, sing that classic, James Ingram. Kyle Cockrell, there you go. He's happy. He's got his Caspa moving a little bit. Let's get to our 3A Graphics sports calendar and the great Alan Blanco. Custom printing and embroidery, please call Alan Blanco, 786-618-1443. The Eagles defeated the Commanders yesterday, 26-18. Philly improved to 8-2. Washington dropped to 7-4. Saquon Barkley, 26 rushes, 146 yards, 2 touchdowns. He might be pretty good. Devils defeat the Panthers again, 6-2. That's 2 punishing losses to the Devils. And then now they play Winnipeg on Saturday, who's red hot. 7:00 face-off. Hell of a start to the season for the Panthers. They're 11-5-1. They're doing great, but Devils in Winnipeg are also really damn good, bro. So that's a hell of a test for them. Tonight, 7:00, the Heat are back in action. They take on the Pacers. Butler is out once again as his body is completely falling apart. Also tonight in boxing, Jake Paul will take on Mike Tyson. Jake Paul is minus 200 in the money line. Mike Tyson is plus 160. Canes are on a bye week. Next week, they will take on Wake Forest. Dolphins on Sunday at 1:00 to take on the Raiders. They are favored by 7. The over and under is 44. Our pregame coverage will start off at 11 a.m. as we get you ready for Dolphins and Raiders. That is your 3A Graphics sports calendar. All right. Oh, man. What else do we have going on in the world of sports? Remember, you can always make a donation, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation also, Cash App or Venmo. Well, on Venmo, you can make the Ethereum. You can't do it on Cash App. But you can do Bitcoin on either one. And you can also make a donation on PayPal too. And you can use the QR code there. If you're out of the country, PayPal is the way to go to make a donation to the show. And of course, also on the Super Chat there on YouTube is another way that you can do it. We'll see. Dolphins favored by 7 now over the Raiders, and the over and under is 44. So it's gone from 7.5 to 7. So some of the money coming in on Le Raiders. See, Big E is selling a pair of tickets. Yeah, for this game. I hope he gets better, man. I know he's going through some health issues. Good dude too, man. Saw him in Niagara for the Dolphins get together, and that was really cool. Big E is one of the really good human beings on earth. You know, one of those people that you see is constantly willing to help others. Just an absolutely magnificent human being. So got to give props to him. Let me go to a little music history. Music, that is. Music news, music birthdays, that kind of stuff that we always do on the show. Let's start off with musicians celebrating birthdays today. B.O.B., Bobby Ray Simmons Jr., known as Bob, the American rapper, I don't know, singer, songwriter, whatever, born in 1988 on this date. Chad Kroeger, guitarist from Nickelback, that band that everybody loves to hate, born in 1974. Old Dirty Bastard, ODB, born in 1968 on this date. Sadly, we lost him. Very young age of 35 in 2004. Christian Flake Lorenz, keyboardist for the German rock band Rammstein, born on my date, 1966. Let's see who else is celebrating birthdays today. Joe Leeway, percussionist for Thompson Twins, born in 1957. Michael Hampton, American funk rock guitarist. He was recruited at 17 years old as a guitar prodigy by the band Funkadelic, and he made his debut album, Let's Take It to the Stage, in 75. That's pretty ballsy right there, man. Tony Thompson from Chic, born in 1954 on this date. We lost him in 2003. Let's see who else. Steve Fossen from the band Heart, born in 1949. Frida Lindstad from ABBA, born in 1945 on this date. And the fun fact is, after ABBA broke up, Frida was the only one to have a hit internationally here in the U.S. As a solo artist. None of the other ABBA, members had a hit like Frida did. Was it I Know What's Going On, right? That's it. Let's see who else celebrating birthdays today. Clyde McPhatter from the doo-wop R&B vocal group The Drifters, born in 1933 on this date. Petula Clark, born on this date in 1932. Downtown. C.W. McCall, holy shit. American singer, activist, politician, born in 1928. Oh, rubber ducky, we got ourselves a convoy. C.W. McCall. I remember playing that 45 over and over again. What a corny ass song, but what can I tell you? As a kid in the mid 70s, you're actually listening to that sorry ass song, Convoy. You know, I'll admit it. I'm guilty. I had the 45 from Convoy. I'm a loser. What can I tell you? All right, let's go with birthdays today on November 15th. Shailene Woodley, the girl that was tortured by Aaron Rodgers, an actress. She is 32 years old now. Maybe 62 after a relationship with Aaron Rodgers. Not exactly sure. Paolo Dybala, futbolista. He is 30 years old. Let's see who else is celebrating. Carl Anthony Towns. Cat is 28. Ed Asner was born in this date in 29. We lost him in 2021. Randy Savage. He's on there, right? I'm sorry. I mentioned it. You do? Okay. Well, say the speech. You got to say the speech. Let's see. What else? Jay Harrington, actor, 52. Celebrating birthdays today. I don't know who she is, but Sephora Maria Nouri, Noori. She's hot. She's a model. She's 26. I have no idea who she is, but the face, Sephora, Sephora, Maria Nouri, Noori. Check it out, man. I don't know. This one picture looks hot. So, just saying. Damn. Sean Murray, actor, 46. You guys give me the scouting report if she's hot overall. But that was a hot picture. Those are famous people. Sean, what do you got for us there on wrestlers?
Seema was born.
Seema, isn't that
he
like
turns
a
47 today?
Isn't that like a wine cooler or some shit like that?
I believe it might have been. That's probably where he got it from. He turns 47 today. Eric Alay is 24. Masanobu Kurisu is 78. Michiyoshi Ohara is 57. Primate turns 40. Rene Dupree, he's 41. Tegan Knox, she turns 30. And oh yeah, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Today was his day of birth. Of course, we lost the greatest Slim Jim spokesperson ever in 2011. So happy birthday to all of those. Those are your birthdays, November 15th, 2024.
And listen, in his honor, we should all go buy a Slim Jim today. Just saying. What was the line? Take a bite of Slim Jim, or was it some
snap it?
Is that what he said? Snap it?
Snap.
In the commercial?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was their tagline, so he took it as his own and
snap it. Okay.
Snap it.
All
Snap it
right.
like Slim Jim.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All
And
right.
Hulk Hogan's a bastard.
Let's go with music history now. What happened today on November 15th in music history? Well, we start off in 1974. The Faces released You Can Make Me Dance, Sing or Anything, which would become their last single since Rod Stewart later announced he was leaving the band. In 90, David Bowie opened on Broadway in the title role of The Elephant Man. In 1969, Janis Joplin was arrested during a show in Tampa after bad-mouthing a cop and using vulgar language. She was upset the police came into the venue and moved fans back to their seats. As she left the stage, she called the detective a son of a bitch, and said she'd kick his face in. She was released on $504 of bail. In 65, Rolling Stones made their American TV debut on NBC musical variety show Hullabaloo. They performed Get Off My Cloud. In 92, Ozzy Osbourne said his show in Costa Mesa, California would be his last concert ever. He was joined on stage by Black Sabbath's Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward in an emotional reunion. Not surprisingly, he was eventually convinced to return to performing. In 86, the Beastie Boys released their debut album, License to Ill, which became the first rap record ever to top the album charts. In 88, Metallica kicked off their And Justice for All tour in Toledo, Ohio, with Queensryche opening up. And that's what happened today in music history. Okay. All right. Ho Yoon, thank you, sir, for the love on Venmo. As always, Ho Yoon, your amazing dedication. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate it immensely, sir. Let's see, what else do we have here? Remember, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. Big O, if we're all being honest, we have to admit Deion's doing better in Colorado than Mario's doing here in Miami overall. That's not even close. It's not even close. Colorado was a worse program than Miami, and Deion's done way better than him. Yes. Yes. The New York Cosmos, baby, and James Ingram produced, by the way, by the late, great Quincy Jones. That's right. That's right. Big O, to be fair, Vinny was colorblind. What, he's only colorblind in the championship game? He wasn't colorblind the rest of the games?
The team figured it out, so they used it to their advantage.
They came out in black and white uniforms in the championship game. That's what it was. Okay. Okay. I always love that. So he's colorblind all the way to the championship game. Okay, so the colorblind didn't affect the regular season. It only affects the big moments for him. It's kind of like the Dolphins haven't won because it's an Indian burial site. Well, yeah, but the Marlins have won 2 championships in the same stadium, in the same Indian burial site. So I wonder the Indians, I guess they're pro Marlins. I guess they hate the mammals. And the Hurricanes, by the way. They hate mammals and nature.
I learned this from him, so I'll give him the credit. In the words of the great J-Rod, don't let the facts get in the way of a good story.
Exactly. Colorblind and Indian burial ground. Yep. Those things really stand up. Yep, those things stand up. I'll take Jim Kelly, Bernie Kosar, Vinny Testaverde, Ken Dorsey, Steve Walsh, Craig Erickson, Gino Toretta, all over Cam Ward. Yeah, no, of course, definitely. For sure. Well, no, except Vinny. I might take Cam Ward over Vinny, actually. That's 9 interceptions in the 2 biggest games of his career. Cam Ward will not throw 9 interceptions in the same situation. No way. No way. It takes a special choker. You've got to be a choker at the highest level to throw 9 interceptions in the 2 biggest games of your career. And you never played like that in any of the regular season games. Only those 2 games. Like, amazing, dude. Like, he is a special choker. Like, this is the kind of guy that folds, quickly. Wow. And then when he went on to the pros, it's not like he ever overcame that and had a moment where I'll show you I'm not that guy. Yeah. Never a guy you could count on in big moments. Never, dude. It's amazing. Let's see. Happy birthday to my little sister, Cressy. Oh, in heaven today. We lost her on Father's Day, 2018. Wow, as her boyfriend tried to beat the train in a race, she would have been 44 today. Wow. Man. My condolences. Man. Those are things you never recover from. Yes, sir.
Testaverde stats.
Okay.
I'm trying to follow this down. So he had 21 years.
Yes.
275 touchdowns.
And
267 interceptions. And 17 game average of 20 touchdowns and 19 interceptions a year.
Vinny Testaverde is a special kind of choker, bro. Like a special kind of choker. He is one of the biggest chokers I have ever seen in my entire life, dude. That's why when this guy put Vinny there and he leaves Steve Walsh and Ken Dorsey out, I'm like, what's wrong with you, bro? Like, do you know anything? You clearly are too young and, you're just reading up and you're half-assed. You don't know shit about Kane's history. Like, please, bro, don't insult me. Like, come on, bro. It's like you're just watching off some list and you're looking at physical talent of somebody. And it's like, oh, Vinny Testaverde is
Heisman winners, baby.
He's a special kind of choker.
Listen to these stats.
Like Toretta was an overachiever and a super tough son of a bitch. But nothing about him choked. And that guy just took a pounding behind a bad line at times. And he won't say that. I'll say that. His line wasn't great. And he had to hang in there and take some brutal shots. But he was a tough son of a bitch. Vinny Testaverde would fold at the first sign of pressure, bro. Special kind of choker. Wow. Special kind of choker. What do you got for me? What do you got?
So Vinny Testaverde, by his 7th season, that's the first time he had more touchdowns than interceptions.
Yeah.
He was 5-6, 13-35, 20-22, 17-18, 8-15, 14-16.
Yeah.
And then finally in 1993, he busted through. 14-9. And then he went back to 16-18 the next year.
Yeah. Vinny Testaverde is, I mean, it's funny. It's funny. And people don't really talk about him the way they're supposed to talk about him like I do. You know, they put him in some kind of pedestal, and it's like, bro, are you kidding me? Get out of here, bro. That's a stat filler. That's all he was. Made a bunch of stats, but that was a guy you could never count on ever in your life. Could you ever want that guy in a key moment? Ever in your life would you want him in a key moment? Never. You know, it's like he doesn't even belong on an all-time greats list. It's insulting to put him on an all-time greats list because all-time greats perform in the big moments. And that guy, whoo, my God. So, Sephora Maria Nuri Smoke Show says Gus. Okay. I think the perfect solution for Tua not to play recklessly is to get someone to hypnotize him. Yeah, it's probably the only way it's going to happen. Yeah. Thank God it's Friday, Big O. With Fuller out and now Ramsey with a knee injury, should the Dolphins bring back X? Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, he doesn't want to play for minimum. Yeah. Guy's got a bunch of baby mamas and kids, and he doesn't want to play. Rise Taylor, thank you for the love on Venmo, Cash App, Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. Or you can use the QR codes, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation, which we love that. Thank you. In my opinion, Inter Miami's loss doesn't take much gloss off their season. They were the best team during the season by far, won the Supporters' Shield and qualified for the Champions Cup and Club World Cup. It's not like the NFL where having the best record doesn't mean much. Yeah, Rise, but without an MLS title, bro, it means nothing to win the Supporters' Shield. You can't get eliminated in the first round. That's a Testaverde choke. Messi and Testaverde are.
They Testaverde'd it.
They Testaverde'd it. That's exactly what happened. Inter Miami Testaverde'd it. Messi Testaverde. Messi Verdi. Leo Messi Verdi. Sorry, bro. You know, well, they didn't win the MLS Cup, but yeah, no, they're going to get in the Champions Cup, and they'll win that now. I'm sorry, dude. I'm not giving them a break for that loss at all. That's disgusting. That goes right up there with the 86 Fiesta Bowl and Vinny Testaverde. Okay? This goes right up there with the Heat and the Mavs. That was one of the biggest choke jobs I have ever seen in my life. And Messi owns one of the biggest choke jobs in U.S. history because his team and his salaries are ridiculous compared to the rest of the league in the MLS. And you lost to a team that barely made the playoffs. I'm not giving you. You want to go find solace in some bullshit that they won because they got the Supporters' Shield. You knock yourself out. You were supposed to win an MLS Cup, dude. That's pathetic. You got eliminated in the first round. You Testaverde the bitch. Messi Verdi. As far as I'm concerned, you guys are chokers until proven otherwise. Don't go tearing ass throughout the regular season and then you end up shitting your pants when it all counts, bro. Sorry. No way. You're not getting a break here. No dice. No dice. Little music trivia. What is the name of the one-hit white rapper in the 90s that came out with the song Informer? Oh,
Informer.
God. Dude, I want to say
I blasted this in my Chevette. Let's go.
Dude, and he just celebrated a birthday recently.
I'll give you a hint. You want a hint?
I just read his name.
Talked about it earlier.
Yes. Oh, God bless.
Come on, O. Don't tell me I know more about music than you here. That's not a funny saying.
God. He just celebrated a birthday, bro. I just read it. I'm telling you, within the last 2-3 weeks, I read his name and we talked about it and everything on one of the birthdays.
We'll never see it here in South Florida.
Who is it, bro? Say it.
Snow, man. Well, Snow, not Snowman.
No, Snow. All right.
That's what you said. Put a line down earlier.
Yes.
So, no, technically, I guess it snows here all the time in South Florida. It's not the snow you want.
Damn it. He just look it up. What was his birthday? Look up Snow's birthday. I'm telling you, I just read his birthday. Just recently, he just celebrated her birthday. We were just talking about it. And in fact, I think I even mentioned that it wasn't on musicians. And it was just birthdays or something. I think it was something along those lines. Yeah. Snow rapper, snow musician. October 30th. Didn't I tell you 2-3 weeks? 2 weeks ago. Canadian reggae musician rapper. Wow, that sounds so dysfunctional. Canadian reggae rapper. And I know something. Hey, come on, Drake is Canadian. Again, doesn't sound normal. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta say it, bro.
Listen to this name. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Snow's real name. Darren, Darrin, Kenneth O'Brien.
Wow.
Better known as Snow, the Canadian reggae musician, rapper, and singer.
Irish Canadian music.
1992 single, spent 7 weeks at number 1.
An Irish Canadian was the Informer. Because he is Irish, right?
Yeah,
With that last name?
I think, yeah, somewhere down the line.
I know. Oh, the new Linkin Park album dropped today. Regardless of what you think of the new singer, it's worth checking out. They went back to their heavy ways. I'll check it out. It's probably on iTunes. I'll check it out. Yeah. I mean, I'm probably going to be, when I get in the car, I'm probably going to be in a better than Ezra mood. So I'm probably going to be jamming that and kind of getting in the groove for better than Ezra today, because that's what I like to do. I like when I'm going to a concert, I kind of like to hear the music of that band that day, and that's usually what I do. So today will probably be more a better than Ezra, but I will definitely look into the Linkin Park album tomorrow throughout the weekend. I'll check it out. I'll give them, because the when they were still around and Chester was with us, their last few albums went to shit. You know what I'm saying? After the first two, it started to then really just go downhill. Let's be honest. Meteora and Hybrid Theory. And then the third album had a couple of songs. And then after that, the drop-off was just disgusting. It was so weak. They lost it. It wasn't like the first two albums. The first two albums were magic. Magic. Absolute magic. Sometimes you just have it going and you're on a roll, and it looked like Linkin Park was on an incredible roll with those two albums. And then it just kind of got, sideswiped. Hybrid Theory is, and I like Meteora. I'm good with Meteora. Is it Hybrid Theory? No. The first album is the best album. But Meteora is good, dude. I love Meteora. I'm good with that one. But after that, the drop-off is, dude, it's a cliff. It's a cliff. It's just not good. And that's where they lost me, unfortunately. They started going way too mellow and stuff, and Minutes to Midnight. That's the third one. Minutes to Midnight. It had a couple songs. But, yeah, it wasn't Meteora or Hybrid Theory. That's all. But, that's kind of, hey, listen, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. We all look at it differently. You know what I'm saying? But for me, those first two albums were absolutely golden. Absolutely golden. 89,580 for Bitcoin, by the way, holding strong. I like it. Algorand up 23%. Cardano up 19%, staying at 66 cents. XRP, for you XRP people, 15%. It's up to 87 cents. All right. Not bad. Not bad. All right, folks, we are out of here. We thank that man right there, Sean Stanley. We thank, of course, the great Larry Schlossberg. We are out here at Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines, folks. And they have got it always going on. The lot is overloaded. I'm talking about the selection is just ridiculous. You can get the 2025 Integra for $289 for Conquest and Loyalty customers, $339 for all other approved leases. The RDX, $399 a month to 2025. The ZDX, we still have 2024 models. You can get Conquest or Loyalty leases for $299. And all other approved leases, $449, which is a steal. 0.9% financing for 72 months. Tell them that Big O sent you. I promise you they'll take care of you. Go check it out right here at 15601 Pines Boulevard, just off of I-75. And Pines Boulevard, go see my man. He's right here. Larry Schlossberg, Pat Nasto, Tony Stampone. It is Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. We thank, of course, Manny Navarro. Appreciate him. If you missed that interview, you can go and check out the Caneswear Miami Hurricanes report. And we thank, of course, the great Sean Stanley. We thank all of you out there. If you send in a super chat, thank you. Cash App or Venmo. If you made a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation, thank you. Whenever you do that, throughout the day or night, whenever you're listening to the podcast, watching it on YouTube, we appreciate you immensely. We'll be back on Sunday at 11 a.m. to get you ready for the Dolphins and the Raiders. Let's see if the boys can make it 2 in a row and get on a little win streak. Have a great weekend. And if you're going to the Parker tonight, say hi. We'll be out there at Better Than Ezra. We'll be in row D. All right? 4th row on the left side, on the orchestra left side. So if you're going to Better Than Ezra, come on out and say hi. See you tonight, or see you Sunday at 11 a.m., or see you Monday at 10 a.m.
This is the Big O Show.